Paul Stewart, signing on for nerdcaliber.com, and I'm here today with none other than Leonard Nimoy himself. You're here today to exhibit your book. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're at the Michelson Gallery in Northampton, where we're opening a retrospective of my work that goes back, I think, about 20 years. Various thematic projects that I've worked on, some in black and white, some in color, and a sampling of my latest work, which is called Secret Selves, which is about the idea that people do have, many people do have a secret or fantasy or hidden part of themselves, identity, that I have photographed. And the major exhibition of Secret Selves is opening at Mass MoCA this weekend. It's an exhibition of 25 prints and a 40-minute video of my conversations with these people that came to be photographed. And that'll be up until the end of the year at Mass MoCA in North Adams.
Could you tell us, sir, what first got you interested in photography?
When I was about 13, living in Boston, a tenement neighborhood, there was a kid my age who told me that he had learned how to develop a roll of film. Digital today is, the people who are being educated, or growing up with digital, don't have any concept of what it was like for us to be taking family pictures on film in the 30s and 40s, and when you finish the roll, you would lick the thing and the glue piece and seal it up and take it to the local drugstore. And then 3 or 4 days later, you come back to pick up your pictures, and you'd pay for the thing, and you'd very nervously open the package to see if the pictures came out. You know, did we get the picture that we were after? He explained to me that it was possible to go through that photographic developing process in your own home. You could buy a package of chemicals from a Kodak for 15 cents and develop a roll of film and make a print. And I thought it was just so marvelous to be able to shoot a picture, shoot off a roll of film, go immediately into a dark room. I used the family bathroom in my case, and develop the film and make a print. I just love the idea of being able to capture an image that way and produce an object that way. And I've been doing it ever since.
Well, could you tell us a little bit about what has influenced your work, what inspires you?
My work in photography is essentially conceptual. What I mean by that is that I don't carry a camera looking for something to take a picture of. I get an idea about a subject, and then I get my cameras to explore that idea visually to find a way to express it in photographs. In this particular case, Secret Selves, the idea came from a story that I read about Aristophanes, a philosopher and playwright in ancient Greece, who came up with the idea that humans, he was looking for an explanation for what we refer to as human angst, human anxiety. What makes people anxious about their lives and about feeling like not necessarily comfortable in your own skin. And he came up with this idea that humans at one time were double people. And we each had 2 heads, 4 arms and 4 legs, and we were attached back to back with each other. And that humans became powerful, and the gods became upset about this, and they sent Zeus to solve the problem. So Zeus takes a big sword, and he splits everybody in 2 and sends them on their separate paths. And ever since then, said Aristophanes, humans have felt something of themselves missing, some part of themselves lost, and have been searching for that lost or missing part of themselves in the hopes of reintegrating to make themselves feel comfortable, make themselves feel whole. And that's what this project is about. That's the theme of this Secret Selves photographic project. We invited a lot of people to come here to the Michelson Gallery and to be photographed as their secret self. We photographed almost 100 people. And they came with props, they came with costumes, they came with a story about themselves. 25 of those people are in the show at Mass MoCA, and a 40-minute video of my conversations with them.
Very fascinating, you know, about, I can definitely...
Do you have a secret self?
I'm afraid I do. Yes, but we best not
Is it
get into
something that doesn't come out very often?
Well, I like to think that as a nerd, I like to show it a little bit more. My interest in sci-fi and what mainstream society may consider uncool.
Do you go to science fiction conventions?
Well, so far not yet, but I hope to very soon. I'd like
Would
to.
you go in costume?
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about dressing up as Lando Calrissian.
As what?
Lando Calrissian from
Why
Star Wars.
him?
I always found him to be very cool, very suave, and he look a little bit like him.
So your secret self is a suave, cool person, then?
Maybe James Bond.
Well, that's the face that you want the public people to see.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Maybe there's something else behind that that's not really so cool and suave. It's a different kind of person.
Most likely.
Yeah, most. Well, that's what this is all about. It's a very human condition. We all have aspects of ourselves that people don't necessarily know about or see. That's what this project is all about.
So could you tell us a little bit maybe about after this, what's next as far as your creative endeavors?
I really have no major project in mind right now. This is a very big week for me. As we're sitting here, we're opening 2 shows. We're opening the one here at the Michelson Gallery today, and we're opening the event at Mass Mocha this weekend. I'm waiting to see what the response is and what that response tells me about what we have here. I have a feeling that there's going to be a very interesting and maybe even an intense response to this show, because I think it is so universal. The work that I've done in the past has been somewhat controversial. The Shekhinah project that I did mixed religion and sexuality, and when you do that, it tends to be combustible. The Full Body project was a look at body image in our culture, which is a touch point for a lot of people, but quite different than this project. This project is much more universal than either of those, and I think it's going to tell me something. I'm waiting for it to speak to me about what I should be doing next.
Well, that's awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to share with our viewers?
I think you've done a great job. I've enjoyed the conversation.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
All righty. Well then, in that case, this is Paul Stewart for Nerd Caliber, signing off with Leonard Nimoy.